This PSC needle filter is a pandemic invention. It has a lot of potential. Potential means it can do that if it has some opportunity. People always ask about the data. What's the evidence for that? So for the moment, I can provide the evidence, provide the proof about keep the nose moisture, because it's simple. You just put it on for 30 minutes, your dry nose will become moist. You're not itchy anymore, right? So that everybody can try that. And also we have data to show how this needle filter decrease the moisture loss when you're breathing. 6 ounces of moisture it can decrease from that. And for get the nose warm, that's we have data for that. So, and I was in a freezer, -10 C, and I was breathing. So our air or our nose temperature can be 10 C. It dropped on 10 C. But with the nasal filter, my nose can go up to 20, 25 C. And the air we breathe in can be around the 25 C instead of 10 C or even lower. And so that is a very straightforward data. We have data, we have the proof, we have evidence. Regarding the other health, and I can only see at the moment assumption. There are assumptions this nasal filter will help the health tremendously. So that's kind of like, people, assume something, they predict something. It can be happen, can be helped, but you don't know how the data. So right now I do not have data, because to get that kind of data is very expensive. I do not have the fund to do that, but I would love to testing how the nasal filter block the virus, all the other toxic particulates, and how that they do to help you safe breathing health. So for that part, and I can only see there have a great potential for that. I highly predicted. I'm not predicted because I'm not. I highly, I think, it's just my personal opinion. This nasal filter will help the beneficial the health greatly, but I do not have data for that. And but the one thing, we have data for myself is this nasal filter will not cause, so far at least for me to wear 5 years, almost 24/7 for the nasal filter. From time to time I change a different nasal filter. And first of all, it doesn't make a damage on my skin. So the adhesive system we're using, it didn't make a damage on your skin. It didn't form a mark on your skin. That's a miracle. Can you imagine you can use some adhesive on your skin for 5 years all the time? It doesn't leave a mark. That is I would say that's a miracle. I don't know if it's for me, my personally, or it can be true for other people. I don't know. So I cannot say, oh, that definitely not happened, but that kind of potential. And another thing is I wear the 5 years. I do not have, the allergy things. I do not have infections on my nose. That can be, oh, you wear the nasal filter and you form a mask and bacteria or whatever, you cannot breathe out. If nothing come in, nothing come out. So this bacteria will hurt you. So, but actually it didn't happen to me. So at least for me, that's kind of like one single data point that support this nasal filter will not cause detrimental for me, at least for 5 years. And also your nose will be clean. That's the evidence. If you wear that for 2 or 3 days, you will know the result, because for 5 years I barely remember for boogers. Usually your nose will help track all the dust, the dirt, and it will form kind of dried out mucus, and that will form burgers. So you kind of try to take it out and wash it out. And sometimes you try to pick it out, it can cause the nose bleeding and that kind of thing. I do not have that for 5 years. So that's something that I can say, and based on my experience and my single point evidence, that can really help. And for the overall public, I cannot claim that, but there are great potential if we do that. So regarding the air quality, so I have candle data. That data point that I'll be able to do it with my limited resource. I buy a laser PM 2.5 particle meter, so that really can give you air quality index value around $200. So you can buy that from the website, and it can reading the air quality and give you the value of the AQI, air quality index. Matt, okay, sorry. Matt. So I get the air quality index meter. So if I measure air quality, it can be 100, 200. If I cover this nasal filter on the nasal filter on the air quality index meter, the number drop down to 5, drop down to 2. So that kind of like a kind of data to show some potential. This one can drop down the air quality. So, and for the 2026, if I have wish I have enough fund that I can really testing the efficiency of this nasal filter, through filter the air quality, through the filter the virus, and also test how long this kind of efficiency can last, and to test how long the adhesive will last when you're using that, and testing if you washing that, if you sanitize that, how will they impact the filtration level. So all of that. So but for my philosophy is like any layer protection better than non-protection, right? So you put any layer protection, definitely better. How much better? We don't have data. We need to test it to see how much of that. So that's kind of like my humble, experience. When I was before, and I'm trying to eager to bring this one to the market and let people know that, but it take a longer time, take a much longer effort to do that. So now I will be very honestly, conservatively claim about this, how this works. So I need to have data back up to every word I say. I was on this product was put on the SE, and I claim the SE, this one will filter, and the virus filter that by the common sense, but I don't have the data back up. So I pull it out, I change it, I just only claim this nasal filter will keep your nose warm, will also keep your nose moist, because that's the evidence you can have it right away. So in 2026, I hope I can get some data so that I can claim that. And also, hopefully I can, apply a license from the NIH or, from the CDC, whatever, some the government agency, that it can prove the efficiency, improve the that one work, so that I can back up with everything I see. So it got to be serious. So we're in a stage of the play mode, in a stage of the adventure, but now in the stage of, you got to be serious about what you claim. You got to be serious about what of that. So it's a journey.